Hello friends, namaste. Take a nice deep breath in. That's always a very good thing to do, right? Now I'm going to talk a little bit about what yoga is, and many of you already of course know what yoga is in a way of doing the postures and doing a meditation and breathing, etc. But I will go a little bit deeper into that as well, because it is a lot more than just making your body strong and your mind strong and focus and all these things. It is very much also about, in a way, understanding on a deeper level what you truly are. It's about expanding your consciousness, really understanding that there is so much more to life than just this physical form and the ideas and emotions that you have with the mind and the heart, right? It's about getting to know your true self. Understanding that what you are is in essence a part of this beautiful creative universe in which there is unity. In yoga, what we try to develop is putting your body into a purification process, into a strengthening process through all these asanas and postures, to make it strong, healthy, free of disease, so that you can become able to, by doing certain breathing techniques, the pranayama techniques, bring your mind into such a calm and sharp state that you go into a state of meditation. And in this meditation, this state of unity, of really merging your awareness with the now, with the present moment, merging your mind, your body with here and now. And this unity, this yoking together, this is in essence what yoga means, right? There are many different types of yoga. We know in the West mostly only about the postures and then maybe the meditation and the breathing as well, but not really knowing also that there is the yoga of karma yoga, the action yoga, that every action you perform is not just to make your own life better, not just for yourself, but you perform the actions to add value to other people's lives as well, to do good to others, to put yourself into the service of others, in the service of great divine life. And this really helps to become free of suffering, because you start to not put your own life on the first place, and I want everything to happen the way I want it to happen, and my life is the most important. No, you dissolve your ego in a way that you feel this unity, this joy, because you're constantly helping others. And this is a very, very important thing also to adapt into your life, that your life is not just about you, about getting things for yourself and about your own suffering, my pain, my life, my joy, no, it's about really recognizing that you are part of a much greater life than yourself, and putting yourself into service of others gives great joy, basically, right? So that also brings a sense of unification, of this yoking, of yoga. But also another important type of yoga is jnana yoga. And in this form of yoga, you really start to use your mind in such a way that you gather and use your mind to gain knowledge, to think about this beautiful creation that we are all part of, in a part of the science about physical reality, about gathering knowledge through understanding what this life really is, by starting to really think about it, read about all these things, and by getting a understanding that, wow, it's such an amazing thing, this reality, this creation, this universe, this life, this body, everything, that you start to, by using the mind, really see how wonderful and amazing it is. And by doing so, you also gain a state of almost being in awe of the beauty of life. And if we can then meditate and feel that, wow, it's so amazing what we are all part of. It's such a complex, beautiful reality. Then it also brings a state of unification. So this in this jnana yoga, it's about reading also a lot of the scriptures, reading a lot about science, using the mind to think about all these things, and to, by doing so, understand that life is so much greater than just your own problems, my life, my worries, my things I have to gather for myself. You start to break free from that. Breaking free of the ego is very, very important part in yoga. Because what happens sometimes, especially in the West, that the yoga practice becomes very much almost selfish. It's your life, your body, you have to make it fit, you have to make it strong. Sometimes even getting a bit more ego by getting proud, like look at me, how flexible I am, look at what I can do. And this only brings more ego. And this ego is like a barrier between your true self and the greater self that you are part of. It's like a barrier between feeling that unity that you have with life, right? That you are part of something greater than yourself. Now the last important type of yoga is bhakti yoga, in which you in a way worship that which is greater than yourself, God, divine creation, the great spirit, however you want to call the one, that you put yourself into a state of feeling gratitude, like wonderful, look at all the beautiful creation that is there, putting your whole life into the service of the one also. And this bhakti yoga, this devotion towards the greater life, this also really breaks free that cage of the ego, that barrier that you build for yourself. It's about me, my life, I have to protect this ego. That you break free from that and put yourself into service of a life, into devotion of your great creation that you're part of. So that you can really not just theoretically know it with the mind, but feel that there is this unity. You are one with this creation. Every cell, every molecule, every little flow of energy that you have in your body was once something else, right? It is part of this big, let's say, beautiful soup of creation. You are like a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean, right? So really, by doing these things, you start to feel that. First, take a nice deep breath, because that's always good to do to keep your mind and your brain nicely sharp and oxygenated. The beautiful thing of Raja Yoga, this yoga that we very much know in the West, which is a lot about doing the postures, doing the breathing techniques, doing the meditation. It is a very, very powerful way to train your body to become strong and healthy, but also free of disease, free from agitation, so that you don't sit and feel like, my body hurts, or I have this or that. That you start to open up everything. Make it strong, that you can sit in comfort, forget about your body, and that you can then start to train your energetic system, your nervous system, which can sometimes be so full of tension, the thoughts, the mind, so full of tension that you can start to, with your breathing, attach your breathing with that energetic system and start to calm everything down. You breathe very calmly or slowly so that you can start to smoothen out, maybe doing alternate nostril breathing, so many different techniques, but smoothen out everything to bring balance in your energetic system, balance in the mind. So that when the mind is balanced, when the body is relaxed and open, when your whole nervous system and energetic system is calm, you can start to feel like, okay, you can merge your awareness with the present moment, unify it, yoga, and bring yourself into a state of self-realization. Recognize like, wow, in this peace, in this unity, in this now, here, I feel the life flowing through me, that I am life. I am not alive. I am alive, of course, but I am life. I'm really starting to realize that. And this is about realizing your true self. So, in a way, all the postures and all these things are just a preparation for the real yoga, so to say. It's not the goal in itself to become able to do a certain pose in which you have your leg behind your neck, or do a handstand for 10 minutes, or that's not the goal in itself. That is just preparation. Preparation to have a body, an energetic system that is open, unblocked, loose, relaxed, and then you can start to work on a deeper level of your being, of the mind also. Then start to transcend the mind by letting it go. So, just to summarize, there's many different types of yoga to get into a state of realizing what in essence you truly are. That you are part of this great universe, that you are merging your awareness, your mind, your body with the here and now. And in that state of deep meditation, you come to realization of what you truly are, this divine life that you are, right? Freeing yourself from a mind which is very turbulent, which is blocking you from seeing the truth of life. What we see a lot in the West, all these postures and everything, that is actually just a preparation to do the real deeper sense of yoga, to become able to get into a state of self-realization, of deep meditation. Okay. And one more thing about Raja Yoga. Like I mentioned, in the West we see a lot that it's very much about the physical postures, and also in the East actually, very much about physical postures, but it's part of a much broader, let's say, technique of yoga, of getting into a state of deep meditation. The asana practice, the postures, is just one of 8 steps. And I have made a video, I explain a lot about that also on YouTube here if you want to see it. It's about the 8 limbs of yoga. I'll put a link in the description below, or you look it up, the 8 limbs of yoga. Because it's not just about getting physically strong and healthy, because maybe if it would be about that, then a gymnast, very flexible, very strong, can do all the poses, or a ballet dancer, very flexible, very strong. Is he or she an enlightened saint, right? No, it's not about that. It is part of the whole procedure of yoga. What is very important also are the first 2 steps of this Raja Yoga, these 8 limbs. It's to live in a good way, to live, to take good care of your mind, of your body, to not harm others, to live purely, to keep your mind free from all this pollution that can come into your mind, and anger and jealousy, all these things, to get that free, to live, to take good care by eating the right foods, by not polluting your body, by not saying bad things to others, not stealing, all these things. That's the foundation. That should be there. Otherwise you're sitting there and you think like, I've been just cheating on somebody, or I've been lying to somebody, or I just hit somebody in the face because I got so angry. It just brings tension in the mind. So that has to be the foundation. Then taking also care of your physical form, of your energetic form, to open it up with the asana practice. And how can we then train the mind even more? By doing breathing practices, because the breathing is like the key to start, or let's say the remote control of your energetic system, of your mind, of your thoughts. That with the breathing you can start to purify everything. And then when the mind is purified, when the body is purified, we can sit in deep realization, in deep peace, and recognize the truth which is beyond the description of words in the mind. So friends, I hope you can start to practice not just yoga in a way, which is very, very beautiful, but not just yoga with the physical asanas, but also really getting in touch with the breathing techniques and eventually also the deeper meditation techniques, so that you can realize your true self and free yourself from suffering in this life. And of course, if you are serious about really learning this, I would highly recommend to do that 7-day program that I have created, right? And it's free for those who cannot afford it. Really, just send us an email. We can send it to you for free if you cannot pay for it. Otherwise, you can choose how much you want to pay for it. But in 7 days, if you dedicate your time by doing certain breathing techniques, by doing certain postures and opening up the body and changing a little bit some habit patterns in your life to keep everything pure, this foundation, then you can make such a big change in only 7 days in your life. And I truly hope for everyone they can do this, or maybe go deeper into the breathing practice by doing the Breath is Life course. But all the knowledge and information is there for you. It's up to you to pick up this information and watch those videos and do all these sessions with me to really start to realize your true self. I wish you all lots of peace, lots of love, lots of wisdom. Namaste.